Alright, so we're gonna get right back into it today. Got the game loading up right now. Guessing we're probably just gonna keep going along with what we have been. This time around, I think I'm gonna take the arcadia out and do a full jump and see what we can find and how well the ship performs. If she gets too damaged, I'll just reload because I don't want to have to do the retrofitting again. I don't have enough thrusters to do that again as well. But we'll give her a more solid test against like something that's got weapons and see how well that works. We're certainly not going to be able to fight Factorum or like the pirate raiders, but we can definitely go for like smaller wrecks and stuff and see how that goes. Thankfully, the tinnitus from the gun range in my right ear is gone, so I can actually hear now, which is fucking nice. Shoulder's still killing me though, but regardless. Stop in here. Check. Batteries all, I think. Yeah, I think this is the one for for the ship here. So I mean it's mostly charged. And let's see. So I got dock on here.
No fuel.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That going. We'll turn my antenna on even though I don't really need it right now. Go back over to the first page. Let's see. Jump drive. Take GPS off. We got a new signal pop in. Where is it? Both of the unidentified signals are way too far away to really go after. Got the unknown signal down here. Yeah, I'll just leave the ship drifting for the time being. It shouldn't run anything down too bad. We'll pick up this unknown signal. Go ahead and get our first spin of the cosmetic wheel and see what we get. When I head back to the base, I need to remember to grab the components for a hacking computer as well. Didn't get anything out of that. Got some credits. And I've been watching a couple videos on some of the new things that are coming in the next update. It looks like the new Prototech reactor might use ice as the fuel instead of uranium. And if that is the case, then that block will be very, very good for me. I would definitely like to run primarily on ice if possible. There we go, make sure we get all the components for that. jump in here. And make sure the jump drive is set for 100% range. That's not what I'm going to do. I wanted to hit 7 to do a jump. Alright, and we actually got a pirate raider right here. Holy crap, that's pretty close. Let's take a look through the camera. Yeah, I don't particularly feel like messing with that right now, actually. Not with Arcadia, not yet. We're gonna get some distance on that and start looking for a different signal. Got a mayday right down there. Start heading over this way. Not really seeing it. It was somewhere in this direction, though. If it flashes up again, I'll be able to find it. For some reason, my power is capped out still, which is kind of alarming. My battery's on auto. Turn that off.
No fuel.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is that's
No fuel.
burning up my batteries. I'm thinking something's not quite right.
No fuel.
Just turn everything off, and then
No
yeah,
fuel.
I don't know what's burning my batteries up. What could possibly be? Oh, the jump drive charging. Fully charging. That's what it is. That's what's killing my batteries. Okay. Never mind. I was about to look into reloading the save to get that fixed. I think I see it. Little tiny flashing dot directly in front.
No fuel.
Nope. Wrong tab. 6 on this one. That's an asteroid, but is that a turret on top? It's like a little flashy dot next to it. Might be one of those bases set inside of... Yep, it is. It's a base inside of the asteroid. I don't know that I actually want to go for that, but what I do want to do is go ahead and grab a blueprint of this. So what was it? Control B? Yeah. What was the original one called? Okay. So the Arcadia class jump ship is the modified one. The Arcadia jump ship is the original. Now, I don't know that they'll want to go for the base inside of an asteroid, so we'll wait for a different one. Normally the bases in the asteroid is kind of, they normally have turrets in there that are kind of hard to get to. And I don't want to die in this because I don't have a respawn. Hiding pirate station up there, okay. The Balstit, I think. It was like up here somewhere. Maybe. Damn. Is that it right there, maybe? It's got like a little odd twinkle to it. Nope, that's just a rock. Damn. I really do need to get a mod for these fucking beacons, because it pisses me off how hard it is to actually catch them. Like, they don't show up for very long. And then you're left just waiting for it to pop up again to go to it. Hiding fire. Okay, so it's right here. Yeah, see that tiny, tiny, tiny twinkle right there. Yep, there it is. Okay, now my jump drive is ready. So I'll go ahead and select the moon as our jump location. And grab the assault cannon. What I need to do for Arcadia now, though, is I need to add a couple of event controllers, one for docking, one for charging the batteries when they're too low, utilizing the onboard reactors. I need to do auto docking and combat AI. And then there, which should be pretty solid. There's not much else that I would need other than just getting those few basic commodities set up. if I can get the docking work right, I can change the landing gear to automatically like go up when we undock, and then when we dock, like after it locks, bring the thing down. We're gonna be getting pretty close to it, so let's see here. Is it gonna start firing at me? Not yet. That's good. I see a couple of beacons. I think that's a turret right there. So let me see. Can I actually hit it from this range? Assault cannon should be a 2,000 meter range, but I don't think that actually did any damage. So we're going to get a little bit closer here. None of the guns on that should actually be able to fire further than 800 meters. So I should be able to get kind of close to it. So 900 meters, we're going to take a shot. Okay, we hit it. Pop that off. Should be in range of their guns now. It doesn't look like any of them are firing just yet, so we're going to take a shot on this one. Okay. And that's firing at me. Okay. Didn't hit it. Gonna fire again. That was a ricochet. Fire again. That one got it. There's one on the exact opposite side here. So come up and fire on that. I think that might have hit it. Okay, didn't take out that gun though, so we're fire again. Okay, that gun's down. Let's switch over to the auto cannon. We'll try to rotate around here. Try to keep a bit of a safe distance. I see another gun right here. I'm going to go ahead and lock, so that way I can actually get a bit of a lead marker. Oh, okay, that also tells me if I'm in range or not. So what's the range on the missiles? Out of range. Out of range. Gatling should be 800 meters if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, I'm in range now. Be able to just spray on that until it goes down. It's firing back, so we're going to try to dodge. Back off a little bit here. Okay, our range on that. I'm going to switch back over to this. Get lined up. Ricochet. Direct hit. One's down. Let's rotate up. Got a rocket turret. That's not great for me. Try to take a shot. Okay, that was way too low. I was trying to go based on the lead indicator, but I didn't adjust for that properly. Because I should have actually been aiming up here instead of even with it, because that makes sense that it hit even with the static circle there instead of what I was actually trying to go for, which is that turret. think we've got everything taken down on this. Switch back over to the autocannon. Head over to the other side of it, just to double check, make sure I've cleared everything off. Zoom out a little bit here. And yes, sir, the ship appears to be fully disarmed. Or not ship, that's a station actually, but regardless, going pretty well. Exit out of that, go in third person. Zoom in a little bit here and we'll dock up to it. Or well, not actually dock, we're going to lock onto it with our landing gear. I guess mag plates. Also, we're going to take a look and see, is there any major damage? I lost one block on the nose. And nothing seems to be actually damaged. So, I'll take that as a definite win. Oops, scraped it a little bit. Just lock in. Alright. And we'll put our hacking computer right there, will be fine. That going. Let's take a look here. First thing I want to look for is warheads. There are none. Turrets. There's a few of them. We'll rip these all the way off. Just let everything float if I can't carry it all.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Decoy blocks, I don't care if they stay up here, that should be fine. Okay, so there should be one more turret, right? Somewhere. Maybe not. I'm gonna check. Yeah, there is a interior turret. Access is denied on that, so it's still active wherever it's at. We're gonna go ahead and claim the grid. Might be a turret on the interior of the station here. I'm not even sure actually how you go about getting inside. Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Okay. So we need to wait for that to get hacked. The rest of this is already fine and dandy. Can I reach the port? That should be right here. No, I can't reach the port. Is it open up here? No, sir. That's all blocked off. Okay, so I won't be able to check the actual inventory for a little bit here until I can get inside. Yeah, it's a bit of ammo. No, that should be fine. Whatever. Let's see, we'll check and see. Is this a station? Okay, no, this is technically a ship. So we're gonna go ahead and start to jump. I'm not gonna be able to get the full distance. So we can bring it back in sections. Just do jump after jump after jump. Let that charge up. And in the meantime, we can keep taking
Inventory
a
full.
look at that turret to see if we have the turret on here. We'll turn the sound alert off. Toggle blocks off. These off. Thought I turned that off.
Inventory full.
Let's do it like this. Toggle block off. There we go. Thankfully, that turret can't get me through the glass. Programmable blocks. I don't think these are actually doing anything, but we'll turn them off just in case. Interior turret. There we go, we can turn that off. Nothing in the armory, inventory. Let's grind that down. Yeah, we got gravity in here. That's a lot nice. Flashing light's kind of getting annoying. I'm not gonna lie. For that, this goes back out to the surface. Sound blocks. Okay. Don't suppose this thing has a jump drive? None? Yeah. There's not much that I can really do with it. Should be fine. Let's check for rust. Turn those off. Look for gyros. Access denied on that one, but we can turn one of them off. Hydrogen engine, we can turn that off so we don't burn the hydrogen on the board. Should be fine. Check and see if Arcadia's jump drive's charged
Ship
yet.
fuel critical.
Not quite.
Ship fuel critical.
We're at 88 kilometers. Actually, it would make sense to turn off the thrusters and gyro here, as well as the hydrogen for right now, because it doesn't really matter. We can leave the batteries on auto, and we'll turn on the reactors for right now. And we'll go and use the power on the actual station here, if I can figure out where I got in at right here. We'll use the station to fly to the base. So, thrusters, turn those back on. Turn that gyro back on. Fly over to the base using the station's fuel and power supply. Okay. That should work fine. Hacking computers doing its work. Stealth drone A and stealth drone B. I'm going to turn both of these off. Let's see, what are the actions on that? Turn that sensor off. Turn all of those off. Turret's already off. Make sure the laser off. Exterior light off. Turn all those off. Alert lights, interior lights, rear lock controls. good amount of hydrogen on this thing. Thinking probably what I can do is up here there's conveyors that come up, and it was connected up to a turret up there, but I could actually build off of that and add a dock, and I could dock this station to my base and drain it of all of its hydrogen, and I could put all the batteries on discharge and drain the batteries, and then start painting the useless sections of it red to start deleting things off of it. Or I could just leave it docked up until it's fully drained. Let's check the inventories of it. So we got missiles, Gatling ammo, and NATO mags, and that's pretty much all it really had, because all this stuff was just what I dumped in, aside from the hydrogen and oxygen bottles. Most of that's just stuff that I dumped in there. I guess we're still drifting to the base. We can come back over here, check the batteries. They're on 72, that should be plenty, so we
No
can
fuel.
turn that off. Oh wait, no, the batteries aren't on 72. They're on 0, so let's charge the batteries. Our jump drive's not charged yet either. So that's probably why the batteries aren't charging, because it's trying to do the jump drive first. Actually, I'm interested in seeing how long is that going to take? 8 minutes to charge off of the
No
reactors. So I can do about 2 full distance jumps before being out of power. Still got plenty of uranium on it, so actually I guess I can leave that going. Oops. Yep, temp into that. I meant to turn the jetpack off when I was inside of the gravity of the ship here. There we go. So against the original base game style encounters, Arcadia is actually pretty good for taking small things like this. Not so much for bringing it back unless it's closer range. And my jump range with this was about 30 kilometers, so I probably don't want to jump more than, like, say 20 kilometers out. I think it was 31. Sure. No. Oh. Alright. I'll wait until I get back to the base, and I'll check when the Arcadia jump drive's charged. I'll see what the range was on that, and then based on that, I'll determine where about the maximum range I should go for finding scrap should be. Realistically, I shouldn't be bringing back massive things using that little ship, though. Probably what I should actually be doing with it is using Arcadia to come out and disable stuff, and then jump back to the base and then use another ship to come out and actually grab it. One thing that I could do as well is build a ship that has a repair or build and repair system on the ship, so that way I can come out and salvage stuff using that and just bring back only the parts rather than trying to jump back with a full station and do all that at the base, right? Could start slowing down here. Let's see, is our jump drive charged? Not yet. Okay. I guess we'll stop slowing down then. On the way. So that's not gonna get charged faster than we could just fly to it. I don't think there's a small grid build and repair system, and even if there was, Arcadia doesn't have the storage capacity to bring back full stations. I guess what I can do is that golden cobalt I have, just tag it with moon. Take that off. don't think I can. No, I can't shift click any of these. I'd have to delete them one at a time, but I have too many GPS markers now. There we go. We'll just keep the stations and only the ones that are near my moon base. If I could get a hold of a large grid Prototech jump drive and fit that onto my frigate, we would probably be able to reach some of these further unidentified signals. Yeah, the only things that aren't hacked are just the wires there. Because pretty sure when I placed that hacking computer, it was in the deletion color. No, we got an unknown signal. Actually, I'm gonna stop for that. Ow. Damn it. So where is... There it is. Stop those and grab all of this back. And now we'll go for the unknown signal, hopefully not smacking into anything again. Nothing. Some components, okay. Wanting to go to the wrong side. Stopped because of the it was wanting to repair, or not repair, but it was wanting to grind off the hacking computer. Apparently that stops grids in their tracks. What we'll do is we'll kind of... Oh, the gravity's fighting each other. That's why my shit's wonky. Turn this one off. Can't see shit. Lights. Why are these doors closed? Whatever. And what I'm gonna do is get rid of majority of these blocks. Save something like that. Put a connector on there. Shit. Pimp drives race now. I can go to that. So yeah, we got 38 kilometers. So 30 would probably be about my max for that then. Which is fine, I guess. Come over here, we'll turn... No, we'll leave that on. We'll do auto, auto, on. Unlock. Fly off of that.
Ship fuel critical. Ship fuel critical.
And why is it saying that?
Ship fuel critical.
Let's put failure in a minute. Is that for the base then? Might be for the base. Rather than for Arcadia. Turn those off. Somewhere around here. Yeah. I can't really see. Fuck that shit. Where is my dock on here? No, it's more forward than that. Somewhere about here. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And this is upside down, but fine. Why? Freaking open. Hell.
Inventory full.
What's in here? Fucking doors. Okay. And guess I need to dock before I do anything. Go for that one right about there. Yeah, that'll work. And hydrogen tanks. We want to file off all of these. We want to go ahead and turn those off. 2 generators, turn those off. Gyroscopes off. Gravgen off. Decoys off. connector. Lock. Oh. Battery. Discharge. 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 Okay. Should be fine, I guess. Dump all the components we can there. Main control panel and there. Hydrogen tank. Should pull the hydrogen straight out of tanks on this one. Should be able to go over here and do so there's only 2 hydrogen tanks on here. Yeah, let's turn these off. Because I don't actually want to be using those, or like filling those up. I mean. Then we can come back over here. Do base. H2 tanks. Stockpile off. Lightning transport, I don't care for that. Although I probably should. Might have uranium on it. Oh. Damn. Oh, that time I sneezed my headset off. Fucking hell. God damn it. Shit. Okay. Turn my suit lights off. I think I've done everything I really need to do on there for right now. Where are these batteries at? They depleted in 4 hours. It's fine. What I want to do is clear my hotbar. Search for vent controller and AI flight locks. Yeah, that'll work. And okay, yeah, they both require plate. So grab some plate. While we're at it, we'll throw those in there. Kick my lights back on. And we're going to need 2 of these, 1 on each side, I guess. Try to keep it symmetrical. And we're going to want a offensive on my recorder. Okay. Then these event controllers can go pretty much anywhere. We'll put them in the back side of that. Which you can't really get to all that well, so I'll turn my jetpack on, kind of rotate around a little bit here. And we want an event controller to dock. We want an event controller for the combat on. We want an event controller for the auto dock on. We want a event controller for the power charge. One for power discharge. So I don't know if I can actually do like an event controller to where when there's an enemy within range that it turns on to combat or not. But I could try that, see how that goes. And then let's grab some more small batteries. This requires just a regular steel plate. So I'll come over here and search for plate. And grab some regular steel plate. We only have 18, so I need more than that. That's going to be more than enough, but it's fine. And I want to load some more batteries in here. Because it just isn't really enough. Damn it. Can I fucking see, please? Shit. Here. Here, here. Or the bottom filled with batteries. Now I want to do the top part filled with batteries. And block that whole thing in with batteries, actually. And we want to do the same thing over on this side. Go. Put plenty of batteries in. I could do batteries across here as well. I could try to do like a... How many spaces? I got 1, 2, 3. So there's only 3 of them, so guess that'll work. Just use the lights as kind of like design, I guess. Wish I could change the color of those, but unfortunately that's not possible. That'll work for now. If I get some small Prototech batteries, what I can do is I can just cut the front of it off, rip those batteries out, replace them, and then put this thing on a projector using a merge block and kind of project the missing bits. But that'll work. Should have tons more power now. We got capability for auto landing, auto docking, combat, the power generation for when batteries are too low, so it'll automatically kick on the reactors. Alright. So I guess it's time to set all that up. I'll just go proxy, and I don't want to float off, so turn those on just to stop. Then I can turn those right back off. So now this to include all of these. I guess the better way to do it is start from down here, shift click, control click, save, show lock and terminal off. Batteries all recharge.
No fuel.
Yes, that way they're all set on the same thing. AI flight combat, AI flight dock, AI recorder dock, AI offensive combat is already set. Dock, AI, event controller, dock, connect, Event controller. Combat AI. Event controller. Battery. Charge. 1. Event controller. Battery. Charge. 2. Event controller. And this one, let's see, what do we have here? Distance to locked target. We can do let's see, do I want to do it when I get close to it, or do I want to do it as soon as I can lock on? Probably when I get close, right? So equal to or less than the maximum distance. And we'll do a lock target for both of those. And then the action would be to turn on the flight combat. And the turn off. Well, no, we don't even need to turn that off, just if we're within a certain range of a locked target. Turn that on. And we'll call this one enemy detection event controller, I guess. And all that'll do is just, if I lock onto a target and get within range, it'll turn on my combat AI. So Docker Connect. I want the event to be actually, we could just do this as if it's ready, it'll automatically lock up.
No fuel.
So I can do that. Add that. Select the actions. The first action would be to lock. And then we'll go here to the groups. And we'll return On off. On off. On and off. Reduce fuel tanks. Stockpile on. Stockpile off. Batteries. Recharge on. Enable auto. Did I do the gyros? Let's see here. So yeah, we got lock the dock. Gyros on off. Hydrogen on off. Ion on off. The fuel tanks stockpile on off. Batteries recharge on off. The lights will be fine to leave on. Pretty much everything else should be fine to leave on. We'll do the hinges. Reverse. Reverse. Oh, okay, I can't do reverse on both of them. So... I can do it opposites, right? So... I would do reverse on one here, and then over on this tab I could do a reverse over here. And then on 9 I could do... I'll need to block in both ways, right? So... guess I'll be okay. I might need to put another event controller for that. Or I could just take the locks off of it altogether. Let's see here. Hinges. Hinge lock. Just turn that off. And just go ahead and save, just to see what happens here. And let's... Oh, I don't have power on there, so... Power. Okay. Do all of those on. Make a save. See what this does. So what should happen is as soon as it's ready, it should lock up. Locked. and it turned everything on instead of off. So I'll need to switch that around, but I can't unlock it, seems. So 6-4. Oh, did I hide the connector for this one? No? Connected 5 minutes ago. Arcadia dock. Yeah. So let's try. Just having unlock on it, and yeah, that won't work. So I guess I need to do dock connect event controller. Set up actions. That's just gyros all off. Hydro thrust all on. And I'm fucking blind. Hydro thrust all off. 4 on. Ion thrust all off. I need to go back over here. 5. I want this to be stockpile on. Fuel tanks, stockpile off. This one to be recharge. That's batteries all. So I want this one to be enable auto. That should be fine either way. But yeah, with that I can't actually undock. So
No fuel.
okay. And G, we can do toggle lock on off, so I can turn it on and then
No fuel.
so that didn't work.
No fuel.
Okay. Um. Hmm. So I guess connector radio idle doesn't work, so we'll do that one instead. Now let's see, do I need to set up the actions again? I think I probably do. No. Although... that should be fine, whatever. I'm gonna try it. Go over here. Switch lock. Proxy. Locked. Okay. So that does work. Then if I unlock...
No fuel.
Auto. So the batteries and the other thing need to be switched.
No fuel.
So we'll go here to Dock Connect, select actions, the fuel tanks. Wait, which way do I have it? Fuel tank, the left side is stockpile off. So I need that to be stockpile on. And then fuel tank stockpile off on the right side. And then 6 we have recharge on. And then we need enable auto. Locked. Turn it off. Everything goes back the other way. There we go. So that works somewhat. So flight dock. See, we want collision avoidance off, precision on, max speed, whatever it wants. And we want to toggle flight block off for docking. And the recorder, I just want to do a hotbar option for that. Which, since these all work, I can get rid of these off the hotbar. And now I need to unlock and then come over here to do the waypoints. So I want a waypoint right here because that's in proxy range. I do a waypoint here, do a waypoint here, and it'll come way up here. It's probably too far. Alright, that's fine though. We'll do a waypoint here regardless. And then quarter, first order, last waypoint, set up action, lock. Okay. So now that should be good. Should be able to remove that. Now what I want is the flight dock. Toggle block on off. And I want to go back to this menu and I want to do AI. Dock AI event controller. Event block on off. We want the would it be? Would it be AI? Yeah, it's up at the top. AI flight dock. And I want the actions to be when flight dock is on. We want to do behavior on, behavior off. Second page, we want to do the recorder on, recorder off, and we want to do play on, play off. Save this before we test it, and we'll hit that. And what should happen is it should get just above the base there and lock, and then the landing gear should come down some. And that's exactly what we have happening. It's a little close. That should be fine. One thing I could do, I guess, is I could utilize the action relays. So if I undock and turn that off, let's see, we can do the event controller for dock AI, set actions. Want over here, lock on, lock off. That's not actually going to do anything as far as like turning itself on, but that should make it to where when it locks it'll turn that AI off so I can fly it. Let's see here. Action relay. Is there a delay that I can set up on this? Not really. Okay. Well, what's next? If I could just do a delay with that, then I could have it set to kind of delay the actual locking itself. But that's fine. Look at that. Now what I want to do is the combat. We'll set this up. The precision's not going to matter, but we can increase the speed limit, turn all that off. That'd be cool. We'll turn the block off as well. And then this, turn the block off to attack all my enemies. We want to go for as closest we find threatening subsystems, your weapons, attack pattern would be circle orbit, circle distance would be 900. But do the rocket launchers, the Gatling guns, auto and assault cannons. Yes, that's like all the actual weapons I have. I don't see an option for evasive maneuvers with that. So let's see, what about if I do stay at range? Evasive maneuver. Min distance 800. Max distance 1000. Here's the assault, auto, Gatling, and rocket launchers. Okay. Fixing use static weapons. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Combat AI event controller. We want the event to be lock on off. We want the flight combat. Yeah, that'll work. So the combat EC would be the flight combat block, and the actions would be the flight combat behavior on off, the offensive combat on off. Ooh, excuse me. The behavior on off. I think that's all I'd need. That should be fine. Battery charge 1 will be Stored power at or below 20%. And search all the batteries. Oh. There we go. And if we're at or below, we want to turn on the reactor. Groups. Reactors. On. And this one will do stored power equal or greater than 70. All batteries. And if we're greater than 70, we want to turn off the reactors. So that should be good enough for that. Onboard H2O2 generator, I could turn that off. I don't actually need that. Could save space by getting rid of it, but I don't know how the conveying is for it. So I'll just leave it be for right now. So now what should happen is if I lock onto an enemy and then get within range, it should kick on the offensive combat AI. And then if I unlock, that should turn the offensive combat AI off, allowing me to maneuver around. So let's go over here. I should be able to get rid of the Mayday because I don't need that. Flight dock on off. I shouldn't need any of the controls for anything else there. Action relays, I still don't know what I want to do with those really. I think everything else should be fine. All things considered. So I'll make a save. I'll go to the FN F10 menu. I'll delete that. And I'll make a new blueprint of it with Control B. So that way I have all the settings on there if I decide to try to repair it after heavy damage or whatever. All the settings on the blocks should be the same. And guess that'll be good. grab the unknown signal, dump the components I have, give a jump out into empty space, see if the combat AI works on just a random grid, I guess. And then decide what else, like what other features I want to add. Let's see, did I get anything? Nope. Do we have any goodies? Yep. I'll take what I can of
Inventory
that.
full.
Float back to the base. Put these blocks up. Or not blocks, but components up. And we'll give the new thing a test. We want to go to the jump drive, and we'll manually set this for 30. Give it a jump. Oh, do I have a waypoint set? Probably so. No, it was just the atmosphere, I guess. Okay. I'm not seeing any signals yet. I might should have jumped further. Yeah, I'm not seeing any, so let's do another jump. And I'm still not seeing any. So let's do another jump. signals now? It's not looking like it. I'm thinking there isn't going to be any. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something though. But I could use the what do they call it? The action relays. I could have that set up to where the action relay actually will take care of like turning everything on and off as far as like when it docks, turning off all of that and switching the landing gears. And then I could use the second action relay to trigger all of that when I'm going to land on a planet, right? So then I can turn the ship off and extend the landing gear when I'm landing onto a planet. So that way I can still have just a single button for all that. Okay, well something came in. A business shipment. I don't want to fight that though, but that's cool I guess. I think I need to do a longer jump. Let's do a jump of 50. And we'll see if that does anything to get the pirate signals coming. Um, I'm thinking no. Oh, there goes save. So it looks like maybe a max jump is necessary to get it to actually show signals. Or to get it to spawn pirates, I mean. You know, whatever. The encounters. I want to have new encounter spawns. Something changed. Unidentified signals closer. That's still about 4,000 away from the moon base. So is that. So that's still 2 jumps out with the frigate. Okay, now we're pretty far out. And I'm not seeing anything. So here's what we'll do. We're gonna reload back to before I left the base. Which is a save. And what we'll do is we'll have that set to max distance and we'll go this way. And what do you know, that worked. There's a pirate raider right over there. And that'd be good enough to test. To a decent speed. Yep. And relock. And hopefully this will turn on my combat AI. Which it did not. Why it didn't, I don't know. Hmm. So let's go to enemy detection to lock target equal or less than 2,500. Let's do less than 1,500. There we go, now that worked. Okay, but we got too far away from it. And I think it's going right at the speed limit, so we'll never catch up. Cool. So that kind of sucks. Don't like how they just fly away. But at least now I know that if you get too far away, it'll mess you up. And there was a symbol right there, so we're gonna go for this one. 2,200. This, nope, it's the actual combat offensive block I need to change. No, max distance 1,000 meter, minimal distance 800 meter. Basic maneuver, use static weapon. Okay. Okay. It's not doing anything. I'm guessing there's no weapons on this then. Oh yeah, okay. This is a skeletonized thing with a repair ship on it. Okay. Nothing I need. So that's not working exactly how I wanted it to. We can repurpose this event controller then. And I can just do a combat on off right here. I'm guessing weapons, maybe? No, there is a weapon. Why can I not lock it then? Yeah, I see it. I don't think I can get to it though. I know it's in there. And I don't know why I can't lock this grid. Once I just realized that's on and off, not shoot on and off. Yeah, I think that's still moving at 100 meters per second. Yeah, there's this moving faster. There's no way I can catch up, I don't think. Unless I can cut it off if it decides to turn, but Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna need to do more work on this. Try to figure out what works, what don't. I'll probably see if I can get up close to this guy and attack him. But I don't think I'll be able to. I'm pretty sure manual flight's the only way I can catch up, and I can't let the AI take over to fight it because it won't be able to keep up with it, I don't think. Yeah, I can try. That was pretty cool. But yeah, see, if I let the autopilot take over, it slows down. And then it gets away. So I'm not really sure what to do to fix that. I don't think I can just go after pirate raiders in Arcadia unless I do it manually. And even then, they like to run way too much. See, it just lets it get out of range and lose track. And so that doesn't really work too well. I mean, it's good for taking the small stuff, but that's about it. I'm gonna load back again to before I left the left the station, and I'll make another save there, and I'll call the recording after that. This one here, I'll load into it. I'll make a couple saves to kind of override the freshest one, so that way when I hop back on, it'll already be in the right place, and then I'll just end the recording, and I'll upload this. It's gonna be boring as shit, but fucking deal with it. Aside from that, I guess there's not really much else. I might mess with this bullshit off camera and try to get this set up properly, and with like a bunch of different little features that I kind of want to have on there, like with the action relays being responsible for turning everything on and off and extending the landing gear, so that way I can land on planet surfaces, as well as have that similar effect of it actually landing when it docks up to the base. But we'll just we'll call it here, and oh, switch back over to the game, I guess. There we go. So I'll make another video when I feel like it, and I'll see y'all later. When that DLC, not DLC, but when the update comes out, I'll definitely be playing a whole lot more, and I'll probably stop messing around with arcadia at that point and just focus on getting a hold of some of that new stuff with the frigate I have. I might end up expanding on the capabilities of my frigate, depending on what I deem necessary for actually dealing with the new encounters and stuff. But until then, bye.